I'm making breakfast. I would rather feed 50 people than make a breakfast for 2 or 4. First of all, I don't really like breakfast. I was never a breakfast person. If I eat when I first get up, it makes me feel sick. I especially don't like to eat like greasy stuff when I first get up. Anyhow, I am making for the fam pork rolls. Pork roll like egg and cheese, but my way. If you're going to get pork roll, get the whole like block thing of it so you can slice it thin. Taylor pork roll is the only one. I like it, if I'm going to eat it, I like it very thin. Look how thin it is because I like it to be like kind of crispy. And I think you get more for your money with this big thing than you do for those pre-cut ones. The pre-cut ones I think are too thick. Anyhow, look what I'm using. This pan, look how nice, first time I'm using it. What I like about this is that when I'm cooking, if you watch me cook, usually I have my little wooden stick from early wood in my hand, but whatever's near me I put in there. I can't have that type of Teflon-y stuff that you scratch because I'll scratch it. My pork roll's done. I like them just like this. You know, you could do this with bologna. Back in the day, my mom always made fried bologna sandwiches. I love those. Anyhow, oh, look at this pan. The handle doesn't get hot. See that? And now I'm just pouring the fat into there. Oh, you can't even see. I left a little bit of that fat in there. Now, I'm going to get these. Look at these beautiful tomatoes. Right in there. All right, I'm going to put a tiny bit of salt. And just kind of saute these up. Look, I can hold the darn handle. I love that. This can go in the oven. These are catching a fire. All right, let me saute these up for a minute. Okay, I got like a tiny little bit of char on those tomatoes. Now you turn your pan down to low. Okay. I'm gonna add these in. Now listen, I didn't add any pan, olive oil or anything. Now I'm just gonna stir these nice and lightly. Okay. I'm gonna add a pinch of pepper to this, and then I'm gonna add some cheese. No salt. This pork roll's salty enough. Okay, these are done. Look at nothing sticking on here. So nice. This is really a nice pan. All right, now I'm gonna add some Lucatelli cheese. All right, that's done. If you don't want to use Lucatelli cheese, I like Cooper Sharp, or you could add American cheddar, whatever. I like the Lucatelli cheese. Now I'm gonna use a nice Kaiser roll from the Italian market of home where I go to, Sam's Italian Market. Look at this. When you bite into these tomatoes that's in these scrambled eggs, it's to die for. To die for. Don't make this if you don't have good tomatoes. This is good when the tomatoes are perfect. All right, enjoy.